Hello friends, welcome to Selection IAS. So let's understand some of the important feature of electoral bond system in India. When we talk about free and fair election, toward that transparent funding to electoral system is very important, because when there is lack of transparency in electoral funding, then this might result into deterioration of democracy and obviously violation of the people's rights when it's come to citizen participation in the electoral system. So let's understand some of the important facts regarding electoral bond system in India. So this electoral bond system was introduced in 2017 by the way of finance bill. So this has been also one of the concerns, as it was introduced as a finance bill. Constitutionally, we understand finance bill is one of the important aspects when it comes to the legislation, and it was implemented in 2018. So basically it served as a means for individual entities make donation to register political parties while maintaining donor anonymity. So that is one of the important feature of this electoral bond system in India. So it maintained the anonymity of the donor. So actually it was the initiative of the Department of Economic Affairs, Ministry of Finance. So according to ADR, that is Association of Democratic Rights, that's a very important civil rights group when it's come to electoral system in India and political parties in India. So basically this electoral bond worth rupees 3,429.56 crore were redeemed by the party in the year 2019 to 20. It includes 4 parties: BJP, Congress, TMC and NCP. So these 4 national parties got 29% funding through this electoral bond. So let's understand some of the important feature of electoral bond system in India. First, this electoral bond is the nature of promissory notes. So remember, promissory note, an interest-free banking instrument. A citizen of India, a body incorporated in India, will be eligible to purchase these bonds. Okay, so these are important features of the electoral bonds. Besides this, electoral bonds would be used to purchase any values multiple of 1,000 from the State Bank of India. So we have dedicated bank that will deal with the electoral bond, that's called State Bank of India. So these are some of the features with respect to electoral bond system in India. Yeah, besides this, it has some other features. Let's understand those features. First, the bond will not carry the name of paid. So remember, it will not carry the name of paid. Second, electoral bond validity is of only 15 days, during which it can be used for the making donation only to the political parties. So remember, this bond can be used to make donation only to political party, none other than this. And that political party must be registered under the Representation of People Act 1951, and which secured not less than 1% of the votes polled in the last general election to the House of the People or the Legislative Assembly. So these are some of the important criteria when it's come to accessing the electoral bond system for the political party in India. Some of the other features of this electoral bond system are here. The bonds under the electoral bond system will be available for the purchase for period of 10 days each in the month of January, April, July and October, as may be specified by the central government. So this specified by the central government. The bond shall be encashed by an eligible political party only through designated bank account with the authorized bank. So these are very important to maintain the transparency in the electoral funding. So these features will be quite helpful. So let's understand some of the issues concerning to the electoral bond system in India. Number 1 is anonymity. So we understand free and fair election are the very basic things when it's come to representative democracy. So toward that we need to have a transparency in the electoral funding. So again, this electoral bond system needs fail to address the notion of transparency when it's come to electoral funding due to this anonymity. Next, possibility of money laundering. So it give rise to the space for money laundering. So illegal money can be used to funding political parties. So that's also another concern when it's going to free and fair election. Next, more bonds to ruling party. So data also says that the large number of beneficiary of the electoral bonds are only the ruling parties. So what about the other political parties? So this will actually again the notion of level playing field when it's come to free and fair election system. The fourth important concern is questions on procedure follow, as this electoral bond system was introduced as a finance bill. So this is one of the issue when it's talk about electoral bond system in India. And the last, control over uses. The government of India has authority over it, and there is a good amount of data related to the people who are donor remain with the government of India that can be manipulated. So that's also another issue when it's come to the free and fair election. So these are all about electoral system in India. Hope you like the video. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, hit the like button, सब्सक्राइब टू सिलेक्शन IAS। ऐसे इंपॉर्टेंट कंटेंट के लिए आप हमसे टेलीग्राम के थ्रू जुड़ सकते हैं।